So now that we have a few of the basic principles about digital painting, we can start with the workflow. Now, my workflow is mine, and every artist probably has his own workflow. And we are not going to see colors for now. So imagine that we're going to copy and to learn something just black and white. Colors, you will see, they're not a problem. The is the last thing you are going to do anyway. I know there's people like that, very good artists that paint already with colors, but that's the next step, I would say. So what to do in order to start? Well, first of all, we need to, step one is to understand the shapes, okay? And once you understand the shape, then step number two would be to paint values, which means that you paint simple black and white values, looking at the shape, looking at the object you want to reproduce. And, long story short, it should be very rough, something very rough. And then the third step will be about improving, those values and maybe adding some details. And this is the difficult part because you need to understand exactly where and how to paint those details. If you rush it, if you go too fast and you start, too soon with small details, you will then suffer a little bit because, maybe you have some mistakes to correct, you have some stuff to repaint, but you already painted like small areas. So, it's a little bit of it. Of course, you need experience, okay? You need a little bit of experience. You need to fail, I would say, a little bit. And, custom brushes helps a lot, but maybe not now. I mean, right now, as you can see, it's just about, getting the right values in the right places, and you go from the big to the small. And the navigator on the top right helps a lot to understand if you're doing it right, because if you look at the navigator, you can immediately see if you have your values painted right. And this is like some free painting I was trying to achieve, but then at the end, step number 4, you understand that there's some textures on the object, and then you need to create your own textures, your own brushes for that specific object, for that specific paint. And as you can see here, I just created like a small brush with a cloud, and I start painting because I feel like there's this kind of skin tones, that like looks like clouds. And so if you keep doing it, you see, never erase, always paint over the areas you are working on. Little by little, you will get something that looks a lot better and looks closer to your starting ideas, to the reference, I would say. And it's a long process and it's not easy, but we'll see now how to start and how to go on with that.